here with the head coach of the William & Mary Tribe, entering his 36th season, Jimmye Laycock. Great to see you, my friend.
My pleasure.
How you doing, all right?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Yeah, you just said time flies. The longest tenure coach in the league. Boy, does it still, every year exciting and the same feelings, or how has that changed?
Well, every year is the same feeling, and the summer's too short, and I can't believe it's over. I don't make any excuses on that. But then, then when the players get back and we start getting going with the coaches and all of that, and start talking about this year's team and what we got to do, the excitement builds, and you get going, and get in the work ethic, and get rolling.
7-5 last year, 4-4 in the conference, and I'm just trying to think back, to a lot of your teams over the years, and you've had some great teams, you've had some talented teams, and I feel like there's always, not always, but once in a while, there's that one game in each season that almost makes that turns it. It makes the difference, and you've been on the cusp so many times. I mean, do you agree with that?
I think you can turn it around, very closely. Like last year, our Villanova game, we had that one won, and then Robertson took them down the field right at the end and beat us. The same thing, JMU. We had that one. And, you get a couple of those. You got to have those go your way in order for you to have a great season. And then, of course, we've gone through a long stretch of having injured quarterbacks and not being able to maintain quarterback stability. And that's in this league, I think that's the thing that really separates the good teams from the great teams is the quarterback ability. I mean, you can look at the some of the top teams this year with their quarterbacks. Right now, we do have a returning starter. This first year we've gone into a preseason with an established returning starter, I think, in 4 or 5, 6 years, something like that.
I was going to say, Steve Cluley's back for you guys at the quarterback spot. And you're right. I know over the years, I remember talking to you about that. Sometimes you've had to go back and forth between quarterbacks. You've had injuries, and people are like, oh, why are you doing that? Like, if they dug deep and they understood, it's exactly what you just said. I mean, you would love to have one guy.
Well, yeah, and the thing that people don't realize, too, is the continuity that it comes from practice, too, to be able to get the reps at practice. That's where you need to get it. And in Steve's case, I think it's really helped him out, too, by being the established quarterback. He is able to exert the leadership in the summer in the conditioning program that you would want out of a experienced quarterback.
And you got an all-conference running back in Michael Abdul-Sabor, too, so that certainly helps the cause when you can, go to that guy. I mean, he's been awesome.
Well, Michael's a heck of a back. I mean, he had a great year last year. I mean, and, even, when you say a back having a great year, the first thing you point to, well, maybe he had a really good offensive line. Last year, we had every one of our starters injured and out. We finished the year with a total backup offensive line. And for Mikel to do what he did behind that line is quite a testament to him.
Right, and I'm sure you look at that too, and not only just his running ability, but also the ability to pass protect, to catch passes, and you do, with all those injuries you had, the entire offensive line comes back, so that's also very good, to hopefully have a little consistency there on that side of things. How about Trey McBride, one of the best all-time at William & Mary, being drafted by the Tennessee Titans. He did everything for you guys.
Well, Trey's got a great opportunity out there at Tennessee, and we're happy for him to get selected and go there, and I'm sure he'll do well. We got some guys that need to step up there. Christian Reeves, Kevin Hart, DeMonte Dedman, some of those guys have to kind of move into, and like Trey was basically, as for lack of a better term, your go-to receiver. I mean, he was the one. These guys, we've got to spread it out a little bit, but fortunately we should have a solid running game and not have just to depend on the pass.
Last thing too, we talk about some of the renovations that were happening up in New Hampshire and the teams around this league making improvements. I mean, you guys continue to do that down there. You got to be thrilled with some of the.
Oh, it's great. It's great at our place. We're enhancing our stadium in a lot of ways. The most noticeable way is we're decking the west side of the stadium. We're going to put in a club level, some luxury boxes. We'll have a new press box on top of that, and all that should be ready for the 2016 season.
That's awesome. Looking forward to being there once again, Coach. Always good to see you, and enjoy whatever is left of the summer here. I know you guys are starting camp, so all the best this year.
All right, thanks.
Okay? Great seeing you.
My pleasure.
All right, Jimmye Laycock, 36th year coming up for him, the head coach of William & Mary.